La da da, la da da, la da la da. Let's say you have entered into a new phase in your life, and yet you have not been refreshed and nothing has been renewed. In fact, the future looks bleak because your circumstances are the same and appear to be on a downward spiral. Let's say that you are losing your mind because of the mental shock of it all. You may have been prepped to believe that victory was yours and that you had the power of manifestation. And let's face it, your prior winnings did not indicate otherwise. Perhaps you had been tremendously blessed with accolades and material gifts that you had not earned. You gained undeserved favor, and yet and still, in the pit of your stomach, you did not enjoy your privileges. You did not appreciate them because they came to you too easily. Perhaps you had the gnawing feeling that the people who you surpassed through unethical or ruthless means would catch up to you someday. If peace is not a reality in your environment, and madness and lunacy has permeated every fabric of your environment, then maybe you ought to sit down and reflect on your part, if any, in the problem. This is easy to do when you have been socioeconomically bound and shackled with no place to go. If this illustration applies to you, then it is time for you to take responsibility for your actions. At some point, things were smooth sailing for you because you had the backing of an organization, and participation in unethical acts in order to get ahead was the norm, if not the expectation. Back then, you didn't imagine the season that one day you would have to pay the Grim Reaper. In other words, maybe you were the benefactor of a fraud-ridden social environment. You went along with the agenda in spite of damage to other people and gained acceptance amongst your ill-connected peers. Now that the environment is completely saturated in everything false, fraudulent, and fake, especially in public spaces, everyone is drowning. And our society is suffering from low productivity and futile business performance. In the past, you might have thought it was cute to be qualified by an illegitimate authority. There was a widespread practice of falsifying and inflating credentials for entitled persons with the goal of watering down and devaluing the actual talented human resources. Let us now explore why watered-down economics is destructive. What is watered-down economics? According to Cherish Mind Power, watered-down economics is the eradication and overhaul of merit-based competition. It is the oversaturation of the marketplace with fake academic degrees, false credentials, and inflated talent. It is designed to uplift unqualified persons and to block the upper mobility of qualified and valuable individuals. Characteristics of this economic design include gross exaggeration of achievements through untrustable awards and inaccurate performance data. As a result, pure talent and ability is watered down and falsely portrayed as unsuccessful and unworthy of top pay and other opportunities. Watered down economics is in essence the weakening and shrinking of the viability of high quality professionalism by an outside entity that has deemed itself to have divine authority over public affairs and business. This is achieved through conspiratorial deception and undercover force. To sum it up, watered down economics is an attack on excellence. It may be a revelation that such a large scheme hurts everyone, including people like you, in the end. This is why you are not in the season of winning. You are in the season of waiting. Waiting to reap every bad seed that you sowed. On the other hand, this is a season of thriving for the underserved and the overlooked. King Solomon said in Ecclesiastes 10:7, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Now it's time to flip the script, don't you think?
La da da, la da da, la da.